And nobody over there. Very good. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the zoning citation hearings for September 26th. 10 items on the agenda. Hopefully we'll get through this quickly and painlessly. Council?
Good afternoon. My name is Gary Oberst. I'm the hearing officer for today. You have been cited for violating all zoning regulations. To my right is John Hayducky, the deputy zoning inspector. To his right is Ian Hall, another deputy zoning inspector. In the peanut gallery is Steve Kleppen, the director of planning and zoning. When I call your matter, take a seat at the table. Or if you're coming in through electronic means, unmute yourself. And anybody who is interested in the matter is also welcome to join in. The procedure is the city presents its findings, then you'll have an opportunity to be heard, and then I'll hear any interested party, and then we'll try to reach a resolution that satisfies everyone, and if not, I will make a decision that may not satisfy anyone. Anybody has any questions, bring them to my attention when I call you matter. Let's call the first matter.
First matter is going to be, because we have a representation of council, 14 Elm Street.
Okay. Where's yours?
I did a short one in front because I think this one's gonna be a, quick.
Oh,
That's a very quick, so that's a Reader's Digest condensed version.
all right. You're on. Oh,
Thank
hold
you.
on a second, let me swear in.
You got it.
Raise your right hand, state your name and address for the record, please.
Jose Ceja, 10 Westview Lane, Norwalk, Connecticut.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, last time we were here was on July 24th, and at that time, we continued the matter to September 18th with a $5,000 contingent fine. The violation here is very simply put, a fourth unit within a legal three-family. We continued on to today with the hope that all inspections and permits and inspections would be completed by that time to have official reversion to a three-family. Okay, going there, but the hearing on the 18th was postponed, so we had to send new notice. There's the notice on the screen there. And keep going, then there's Constable Bondi's certification of service. And we have counsel and the property owner here, so I would say we had a successful notice.
Any objections to notice?
No. And so basically, all I have here for a presentation is a few emails between myself, the property owner, and counsel for the property owner. Basically saying, you know, we gotta get the inspections done to get the everything certified that we have a three-family. The property owner informed me that I was the last inspection that was needed. I checked our system, had a big glaring icon on there saying that the last building inspection had failed. So there was a little, how do we remedy this? I have been informed by the building department, by the building inspector, Leo Guerrero. As of yesterday, all inspections have now passed for building. So now I just have to get myself out there. I just did not have the ability to do so between yesterday and today. So in a nutshell, because we have a $5,000 contingent fine and I have not verified the reversion yet on our end, city is looking for just one, hopefully final continuance to our next scheduled meeting. So this gives me an opportunity to get out there, verify that it's a three-family, issue a certificate, and then we have one last hearing regarding the contingent fine.
John Hall for Mr. Ceja. Everything John says is accurate. We were, or Mr. Ceja was under the impression that the inspection had turned up two items. He had sent photographs of those items being resolved to the building department, like almost immediately after our last hearing here. Thought everything was fine. It wasn't, there was a disconnect between the photos and building kind of getting it into the file and stuff, so. When we discovered that, because I sent the email to John saying, everything's fine, he's like, no, it's not. And he was, and John has made himself available, like, as late as yesterday to go out and do the inspection, and that wasn't late enough, so, we are, I think we're good to go. We did the conversion.
So you're just waiting on John at this point?
I don't want to express it that way, but
There's
yes, I
nothing
think,
for you to do at this point.
I don't think so. I think John just has to come out and look at the property, yes.
Okay, so how much time?
I will try and gather either later this week or early next week to get it. And then if everything's cool, we'll sign a certificate. And that, once the certificate is issued, then the only matter left is the pesky $5,000 contingent fine.
Okay,
And,
so you had recommended raising that.
I may have out of because that was before yesterday,
Okay,
so I made that little
no,
memo
we don't
before
need to
yesterday.
raise that. It's not,
If you see no
I
reason
don't
to,
see-
I agree with that.
see a reason to,
I
especially
agree with
since
that.
you're the one.
See, it's just my fault now, yes.
Okay,
Nice.
fine. We'll go with that. Do we have a form you want me to fill out? here?
It's on the end there, on the last,
I'm still learning how to.
that's fine, no, the binders are new fancy method there.
Okay, so. What did I say last time? It was very, very, very close. Now it's even closer.
Right.
Very almost good. Violation. Continues. Needs. Zoning. Inspection, that's simple enough.
Sounds good to me.
Needs zoning inspection. Contingent. $5,000 remains. Continued.
So, the next available date that we have scheduled is the 13th of November. Because next week's October, we never do back-to-back hearings. And then I am out the middle of October. Ian has hearings in the last week of October. So we already have a bunch of items scheduled for the 13th.
Okay, if it's cured, then the only thing they have to come back for is to argue about the fine.
That's correct.
Do you want us to argue about that today?
I want to know you're done.
Okay,
But you can wait another,
sure,
and
right,
there's no money out of your
Right,
pocket.
exactly,
So we
right.
can
yeah, that's fine, yeah,
put out 2 months.
yeah, that's fine, absolutely.
Okay,
So, yeah.
so continue to give me
Yeah,
a
we have the.
11/13/24.
Yes. November.
11/13/24.
Yep.
This is noticed right now.
Correct, received.
Okay, we're all set.
All right.
Well, thank you, Dennis.
Thank you very much. Thank you, John.
Thank you
We
very
will
much.
be in touch and I'll be out there shortly.
Good luck.
You too.
All right. Thank you, Counselor. Thank you.
Oh, get the whole book back.
I need it. Okay. All right, we don't have anybody in the peanut gallery on, online.
That's my agenda.
Oh,
Oh, I got it.
fair enough. So, may as well take the party who was here, present.
Let me fix this. Okay, who's here?
349 Martin Luther King.
Okay, what numbers? Oh, number 2. All right. Come to the table, please. Here.
What we're gonna do. All right. So this is a brand new one,
Okay,
and unfortunately, I was not able to get a memo done on this one, but I think we can, it's a brand new one anyway, there's not much to recap.
Okay.
It's brand new, so, So we'll just dive in with the presentation. Absolutely. So, that's it.
Sir, would you state your name and address, please?
John D. Antonio, 73 Winfield Street.
Raise your right hand, please. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Thank you. You may proceed.
Okay, very good. Here's the presentation there, but for everybody else's benefit, there we go. This starts off with a unique start off, which we don't have, we haven't had too many of. This was a file which had a judgment placed on it by the hearing officer back in 2023. I just have the front page of the assessment, which was taken by our corporation counsel. The backup documentation's in the hearing officer's page there, but the crux of it is right there. That's what was filed by our city attorneys. So normally that.
This is for what? Oh, this is for. Okay, go on. Got it.
So normally that's where the story ends, normally. But if you scroll down there, Ian. So on a subsequent inspection in the area of the subject property, I did notice that there is still activity from the previous violation. So I said, well, we already have one judgment. And I asked our counsel, could we start it up again? And corporation counsel said, sure, start it up again. Maybe we can move forward this time. And so I did. So there's first, the violation in hand is operation of a contractor storage yard. Yeah.
There is a $30,000 lien on the property.
Already, yes, that
Has
was,
nothing to do with what's in front of us, just,
right, that's the previous case, that's what,
you're aware of that, sir.
yes.
so. Basically, the same violation which caused the previous issue is still existing. That is operation of a commercial contractor storage yard, earth processing yard.
Mhm.
And there's a picture, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy here. Excavator, piles of material, small excavator bobcat.
Is that a reason?
That's not mine, but that's okay.
Sorry, it's not,
That small machine's not mine. It's a rental. I rent space out there.
okay,
That's another landscaper that's there.
but the picture's accurate.
Yeah, the picture's accurate.
Okay. Well,
The
Mr.
pictures taken by drone or drive-by?
Excuse me, lady, madam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you wanna?
Half of the stones are gone on the right,
Excuse
on the
me.
right-hand side.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were
Did you
talking.
wanna be sworn in? You wanna speak?
I'm not allowed to ask questions unless I'm sworn in. Go ahead, keep going.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the
Keep going.
picture you're showing. Okay.
Yes, so based on that, use the tax card information. There's the mailing address for the property owner at 73 or 75, sorry. Winfield Street.
73.
73, that's it, yeah, slow down. And then, so we sent a notice of violation.
Right.
And to the property owner of record via certified mail. And I think there's 2 pages on that. So we got this returned. I guess the mailman couldn't make contact, so we sent Peter, our constable.
Right.
And he made a delivery. And there we
So
go.
You got the notice, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go. All right.
Yeah, I usually don't get home till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, so,
Understand.
so Peter, I know Peter anyway. so
Yeah, he did mention that, yep.
Okay.
So
We go back a long way, me and his father. But that's okay, that has nothing to do with this.
scroll on down, there we go. So did a follow-up set of inspections. This is me just driving by there, looking into the property. And still the same thing, some piles of material, got an excavator back there. Keep going, keeping it simple here. Again, I got the larger excavator there and a smaller pile of material.
That's not my material, but that's okay.
This guy described what's in the picture.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
So we're gonna scroll down, keep going, and that's through the fence there, just to get an idea what it looks like from the street. And that's a little close, that's on the other end as we're going, continuing up Martin Luther, to closer to the metal building that's in the background. There is a trailer there, and the glare from the windshield there didn't do us any favors, I think there, but there is a trailer on the other side of that.
Next time, open the window.
That's the windshield, I gotta do the other one. Yeah,
Sir, do you have any objection to any of these pictures? That's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
so actually, Mr. D'Antonio, sent me an email confirming that he is in receipt of the notice, so it's even more confirmation and asking for, 15 days to attempt to resolve.
Okay.
And, and he did confirm, he did, make mention that there may be a council involved, so, given that, and we also did have we were adjusting our regulations for some, commercial vehicle storage and things like that, so we let that, no pun intended, let the dust settle on that a little bit as well. So went back out on, actually fairly recently, it was the last time I went out, and, this was on September 17th.
Okay,
This is the other side of Martin Luther King.
gotcha.
You can still see through the,
Screening.
through screening, see you get a better shot of the trailer there on the left. And some equipment still there, but we have a couple more photos there, Ian, so we'll just keep going there. Again, this is some, another trailer, some small piles of material, and third picture. I don't know what that one was, there we go, okay, and I got, again, two excavators and a pile of material. Keep going there, and then based on that, sent the citation again to the owner of record via certified mail and Constable Bondi service with a notice for today's hearing. And that's, there you go, there's Constable Bondi service.
Established that, right?
Yep. And I just sent a friendly email to, Mr. Antonio as well, just for belts and suspenders with the, so basically today we're looking for the violation simply to be upheld, that there's a violation there.
Okay,
And, continuance, because the problem is in this zone, the zone is SDLI, and I have this here for the hearing officer to reference what's allowed in the zone. Special District Light Industrial is the full name. And, so the two uses that I am claiming is a building material storage yard property. And
where on the chart is that?
so that is
Building materials.
our yard, and here's their zone right there,
There it is.
not permitted, and last but not least, a earth processing contractor material yard. I like that one, same thing. And if you need the definitions of each, I have those there.
Okay.
So,
There's a definition.
there is, yeah, there's earth processing
First process.
and building material storage yard. So just looking to uphold, and then the problem is the use. As it's laid out there, how the property is being used is not permitted. What could be permitted, SDLI does allow for
That's for you.
that, and I just want to make sure you're,
That's a guy.
the difference, because there are a couple of nuances of uses that are allowed there. But it's
But
There are
right
new-
now, what he's doing is not allowed.
very contesting
It's
to
your
that.
contention.
our
You guys
contention
wanna
is-
figure out something,
right,
go at it.
right,
Are you done?
guess so.
Sir,
Yes,
have anything to say?
no, I just, when I bought the property many years ago, it was Gardol Chemical owned the place and it was industrial piece.
Yes.
And I bought it from the Wattenbergs.
Yep.
And, I put up the big wall in the back and made a yard out of it and. Cause I had one in Ely Avenue, I had a yard there, so I just moved it down. I'm looking for another place, but like, in North, there's nothing around.
So you understand you're in violation.
Yeah. Well, I do organic, that's all organic stuff. I take a non-usable product and make it usable. And resell it.
Understand?
Okay.
I can't do anything about it.
I know.
That's the rules. So you gotta correct your violation. How do you intend to correct?
Well, it's gonna take a while to get to, if I decided to move out. It's gonna take quite a while, cause there's a lot of material there, plus I rent space. And they have leases, they're there for a while,
All right, what's your longest lease?
and. The one with the smaller machine, that's another,
What's your longest lease?
Longest lease,
Longest lease, when does the longest lease expire?
one's 2 years, the others, the other two are 1 year apiece.
When does the 2-year lease expire?
It's about 2 years from, January,
So,
so we got a year and a half left,
okay,
or a little less.
so it ends up December of 20.
Hold on,
2026.
26,
Okay, and then you got 2 that expire in December of 2025.
with an option to renew
Uh-huh,
if they want,
okay,
and that pays the mortgage and the taxes.
okay, and if you move out, how long is that gonna take?
Well, I couldn't even put a timeline in it. Really, I mean,
Well, if you
I
can't,
got
I
a lot
will.
of material there.
If you can't, I will, I'm trying to work.
Okay. You're gonna find me a place?
Absolutely not, I'm just gonna fine you
Okay,
as long as you stay there, so your rent will be
more,
decreased by or that amount, or
Correct.
you'll have to raise it. But we've got to do something to cure this. Now, Mr. Hayducky seems to indicate you can make use of this property and cure your violation. I suggest you meet with him and talk it over. See
okay,
what can be done. I'm going to find you in violation. I'm not putting any fines in because it's your first time down, despite the history. That's not relevant to this claim. So that's where we are today. I'm gonna continue this. How much time do we need to continue this to see what's happening? So I don't expect it to be cured, but I wanna stay on top of it.
I think the November 13th hearing would be plenty of time for Mr. Natoni and I to at least meet and,
yeah, we can meet
Yeah.
anytime you want.
exactly, yeah. So that would be enough time, so at least we can see what progress can be made in the near
Okay.
future.
That's fine,
Like,
okay.
we can explain the possible uses that you have there and possible cures. And then that way you can make
There's
an
probably some
educated
questions
decision.
I
if
have
you
for
want.
you also,
Of course,
that you might be able to help.
sure, of course. Yeah, I think that going to November would give plenty of,
November 13th,
yeah, for us to meet, yeah. Just for us to, Good.
I'll be here.
I'll still be here. Start, no, because
I hope you will.
Not what he meant.
that I don't
I
know.
hope you
That,
will. Jeez, that's like, yeah,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
my wife lives in Florida.
Oh, fair enough, okay, okay,
So I usually
We'll
go
be
down
going For
there
the holiday.
okay.
for Thanksgiving for the holidays, so.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here, yeah, we'll
And
be,
if I don't go down, I might as well just
stay here.
go
So,
to your
yeah.
house.
No, 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 I mean, we have an extra room.
That's
So
fine.
the 13th, keeping the, so he's gonna let you know that, but that's what it's gonna be.
What? That's a Wednesday.
We're always Wednesday, yep. Not today. Not today.
This is Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, normally we're
Oh,
always,
well,
same
Yeah.
difference.
No, it's not. Somebody told me I was supposed to come yesterday.
Hmm,
we'll find this.
Why, I don't know.
that's odd.
You need to find out.
There was another hearing.
You're
yesterday.
meeting with him before the hearing,
Yes.
Yes, yeah,
you need to work that out.
yeah, we'll do that, yeah. I got your email,
I have the date we're continuing.
the 13th.
I'm gonna give you-
Just need a little more
I'm gonna give you a
notice,
phone.
not
I don't
like
read.
a week. You need more notice than a week.
No, yeah, all
I'm
right.
giving you notice right now. We're not sending you anything. This is your notice. Come back here.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Oh,
back
no,
on
No,
the
no,
morning.
a notice of when he can meet with Mr. Hayducky.
Sure. So, yeah, I think.
We only got a week's notice between the
Very-
citation and the hearing.
Let me write a cell phone down.
Right there somewhere.
Right.
Perfect.
You can do it.
Perfect. All right, Don.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you. Yeah, I'll be in touch and we'll get a meeting in the next, week or so. We'll be. Perfect.
You could stop down anytime you want to stop down.
I appreciate that.
Drive in.
I appreciate
It's
that.
a lot
Okay.
easier for me to explain visual than
One's there.
than
Okay,
on the phone.
that may be a possibility there. Absolutely.
It is a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks. Thank you, Don.
I don't want more papers. I got,
No, I think I'm covered for you.
thank you.
You got it. Anybody in the electronic thing got there?
And then you're a fan. Start coming in.
Yeah, they don't come in anymore.
John's fan club.
Yeah, they're your fan club too. They're. Well, seeing as nobody else is here, We'll just go right down the agenda there. Go right down the agenda there. if you want.
We're not.
Okay. I don't have the agenda problem.
291 Chestnut Hill.
291 Chestnut Hill, that's an interesting one. I should have brought them a little closer. Here, right, it is.
I don't know where they would.
Okay. This one has had a lot of developments in the past, oh, thank you, Steve. This one's had a lot of developments in the past, 48 hours, so that's your. So basically, I did have a nice presentation here ready to go, but I think the, better thing to do here. So the owner, which is on all this documentation, is no longer the owner. So, just for your
Any borders problems?
yes and no. So basically what happened,
Did I do anything with this?
not yet.
This is new to me.
No, it was at the last hearing, that second page there. Not that one, yeah, the problem was the fine amount was too high.
Oh.
As in the math wasn't correct,
Aha,
so
you want me to do my own math? Now,
I shouldn't, I should have a calculator, that's on me, that's on, I should be providing, but at the end of the day. There's still, we have a previous fine from another portion of the matter, from last year for $35,000. So that's still there. The transaction did not cure that. That's still on the land records.
Okay,
We have here, this is my correspondence. I didn't put it on the screen. This is my correspondence with the attorney representing the new owner. And that council sent me the new deed.
talk to him.
Yes, I was able to get a phone call with him this morning. And that's an email there. He requested a extension out of belts and suspenders. You know, he's the new owner, technically the citation and anything that we would do that have presented in front here is on the previous owner. So what I'm going to be doing,
That's a fact.
you can't, you have to, yeah, you can't read that one quick.
Okay.
So basically, I'm. Okay, go ahead.
Let me see what they're telling me.
Mm.
Oh, I know about that. Okay.
So basically, I called Attorney Sapienza in our corporation counsel.
Right.
And he's in agreement that we should just kind of punt this until November. And I can send a new notice to proper ownership.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, they seem to be very willing to cure the issues there. I'm guessing they put a lot of money into acquiring the property. So they're very itching, they're so itching to get going, they're actually out there as we speak with the blight office.
Oh, so we don't even need to.
Right, so, right, so that's why I think the presentation there, even because I did that yesterday, is a bit of a moot point this morning.
We'll just continue it. I won't even find a violation.
Well, we found it last time,
So whatever the violation is, just
Yeah.
continue.
let's continue it to, yeah,
Whatever violation is on the property.
right, the violation's still there.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Violation continues. Hearing continued to,
Even though we've done 3 in a row now, I think, I've already told the attorney, November 13th will probably be the date.
18/20/24. Need notes, okay. Let's,
Now, let's
we
see.
got some, it sounds like we got some interesting ones.
Yeah, and a few other ones that we've already put on there that are quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that, thank you, and I'll take that, that's yours. Yep, and the binders,
This is all you.
yep,
I got it all fixed on the part. I'll let you fix it.
I got it.
All right.
So that's the new ownership stuff. Previous. No,
Yeah, he's
we can do that one, that was,
Where is that?
you go down past, like where Sweet Ashley's is, keep going straight, it's actually very close to Seaview Avenue, the connection to Seaview.
Oh,
Avenue.
okay, got it.
There's also a new one.
Another new one. What are more inspectors out going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we got another deputy zoning inspector.
Okay.
All right, this is another new one, so we don't have there's nothing to update or anything like that. This is brand new and pretty straightforward one, might I add.
I'm with you, go ahead.
All right, thank you. So we received a complaint on March 5th for parking in the front setback, one of your favorites. And basically they cut down some landscaping that was in the front yard, which restricted parking in the front setback.
Ah,
Why didn't that go through? On my side, on the lower left, lower right, sorry, lower right-hand side. Yeah, okay. So basically there's pretty straightforward as to what the violation is.
parking.
Front setback, yep. And so next page is actually, that is the certificate of zoning compliance for the construction of the house. A little way of history here. The house was granted by variance to be developed on an undersized lot. The lots on there are very small. So there was no way that the parking nor the structure can meet the front setback. So to allow development of the property, the zoning board of appeals basically required landscaping in the front to restrict that. They gave them the one car garage and the landscape was actually quite simple. It was just two small trees. So you couldn't put a car there.
So is the same owner who cut the trees down and knew better?
No,
Okay.
different owner. So, scroll down there. So this is two Google street shots. The first one shows the two trees there.
Right,
And then the next one, and that's just a different angle of it.
right.
So the house next door on the left, I didn't get a great shot, but they have the same thing. They're mirrored houses.
Right, that's-
This was done before I figured out that fancy trick plot with the copier. So yeah, that's just, and the owner, this is my documentation, went through, in June there, just to make sure I was just making sure they didn't cut the trees down, we're gonna do something different or something like that, I was trying to give them a little benefit of the doubt. Keep on going. That's a second photo there. And so the owner of record is right there, Max Cunha, and it looks like his wife, Jacqueline.
This is November of 2020.
Well, that was the Google, that's to show the trees were there,
The trees were there,
yeah.
and this still goes back to March.
Oh, yeah, but I'll be completely honest, parking in front setback is
It's not high. on your
that is
list.
not a high on the list.
Okay.
And it's here because the original complainant, followed up on it, that's why. That's my goal, I take
So they're
every,
not getting along.
I take every violation seriously, but when it comes to parking in the front setback, a follow-up usually will get me going.
So parking for his neighbors, that's what's gonna happen.
Probably.
We're gonna escalate this thing.
So that's the notice, sent to, the owner of record. That's certified mail. I have an email there from Mr. Cascuna to say that they received the letter. They were in Costa Rica at the time, and they're willing to remedy the issue, and, I gave him 15 days, I called him back, because he also left me a voicemail. I said, yeah, sure, you can get 15 days, let's discuss a resolution here. Keep going. And there, so that's a little close up I took of the, stumps that are left from where the two trees were.
Right, yeah.
So that's, and I took a long street shot, just to get an idea to why the trees were there, because if trees aren't there, it's very easy to create a parking space.
I understand,
So-
so where's he supposed to park it for?
Garage and then the street, across the street there, they're allowed street parking.
Yeah,
This is one of those where,
and nothing's changed with the new regulations, it's still the
to
same.
help this one, I may defer to Director Steve Plavin, because this one it's a CD1, a CD2 zone, which we're trying to develop a, exemption to try and get some parking, when they have legal parking, but I'm not sure how the variance would.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something we can do for this particular property. I can't-
And I I didn't go too far into it, 'cause it just seems like there's not a ton of room between this is one of those things, the zoning board of appeals, I believe. Let them develop the way they did. Even though they basically had no way to. There's no way. Even with any of our potential exemptions, to get parking in the front, and if they had 2-car garage, they wouldn't have much of a first floor on the house.
Yeah,
So this was the zoning board of appeals saying, okay, we'll give you the 1-car garage. And we'll let you develop the property to have a house there. And, but that's, I'm going,
well, I got you.
you know me, I'm one of these, guys. Normally I'm not of the mind, they should have known what they were buying. This is one of the few times I will say they should have known what they were buying, that they saw that there was just gonna be no parking there. And the other houses on the
Not
street,
necessarily, you just thought, oh, cut the trees down, I'll place the park.
well, it's fair, and with the house next door
How
there,
would he know? I mean, that's not the,
Were the trees conditions of approval?
yes,
Okay.
they were conditions of the variance approval
okay.
to put landscaping. That was their choice, that was the developer's choice of landscape. And it was adequate because it prevented the parking.
Okay,
Was that it there? Is it-
Yes, for photos, yeah.
And I just wanted to show, Constable Bondi's, deliveries, make sure that that's on the record. Yep. There we go.
let me start here.
Oh, this is-
That was
Maybe
what
the
you-
president,
yeah.
it looks terrible, it should not be permitted. Oh, he's gonna love it when this thing is parked in front of his house. Okay,
So the owner is in contact with me again after he got the citation. He called me, he was very apologetic. So, given the nature of the violation and, yeah, it's not life or death, I'm okay with continuance to work with the property owner to get this back.
violation found. We'll find it this time. How much time should I continue this to?
Well, we have 2 scheduled hearings left in 2024. That is the 13th of November and December 11th.
We just filled up the 13.
And it's getting filled up, yes. And we, Thanksgiving and Christmas are causing, some issues here with scheduling.
May I interject one?
Sure.
Sure,
I mean, if he replants something per the ZBA, that solves the violation and we can just.
right, if you just put on a little wall, all kinds of things we did.
Oh, yeah, there was no specifics for the landscaping, it was just basically to prevent parking. We wouldn't take the, the barrels there, because those could be moved, obviously.
But he's gonna have to do, I mean, you're realistically gonna plant in the next 4 weeks, or you're not planting till spring, so probably. So November should be able to get it done.
Yeah, November, yeah, that's. November's probably the, date to go to. But if you issue no fine and he does it, they don't have to come back.
Okay,
But I mean, if you have no contingent fine or no,
okay, continued to
that'd be November 13th again.
11/13/2024.
And if the point things are back, we just dismiss it, he doesn't have to come back. Who's
What's
next?
the house look like that made the complaint?
That's a good question, I don't know where.
Tom Connor.
The neighbor,
Neighbor who complained was Tom Connor.
and don't know where he's at. There's not many houses on that stretch of East Avenue that are really, and this one here on the left to the left of it is actually being under construction. So. I don't know, where the complainer may reside. There's not too many options where he could be residing.
So he's in violation of Sutton Road.
Well, that's fair, but we got enough files, put it that way.
Okay, 287.
Anybody, peanut gallery or not? Okay.
17 Reynolds.
We do 17 rounds, that works.
I'm just going in order.
That's fine. Might be in the box, or Ian behind you there, might be in the box. Oh, there it is, first one right there. Thank you. Hmm?
I'm gonna go with so simple.
Don't let the wording fool you, it's,
Okay.
you know, not a brand new one, so I don't have.
Oh, okay.
Much here, it is a brand new one and historical files here as well.
Oh, yeah. Not a new ones, guys. Take it easy.
Well, it's, again, like we got a second inspector here, just expediting things.
Unlicensed auto repairman. Okay, who's this? Woman may concern taxpayer. Who's that?
That is a great question. The reason I have this one, it was originally reported as anonymous. But what I did was, whenever I get an anonymous complaint about an auto repair, I do send either a phone call or an email to the DMV to say, hey, you guys have licensing or anything for this property. And apparently he also contacted DMV as well. So I got confirmation from the state that there was no licensing, no documentation, so we do indeed have a auto repair unlicensed with no permits. That's how that, whenever you see an auto repair, 9 times out of 10, that's my process.
Okay.
So yeah, we got that was to the city. So based on that, I just did my initial inspection, do my diligence here. And at first, it didn't really seem like there was much activity there. But if you scroll down there, keep going. I sent my colleagues back out in April and a little more activity. We had some tire storage, we got car under tarp. Definitely some activity. And yeah, and then the third photo from that, this is from our inspector, Mary Beth. Has a fluid storage container, a rather large one there. Good Lord only knows what's in it. So went back a week later, just trying to build a file here and got a little more activity there, more trucks and vehicles parked in front of the building. This is looking up South Smith Street towards Reynolds. This is on the corner of South Smith Street and Reynolds, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Phoenix Auto Body, that's another famous one down there.
Yeah.
This is a couple doors down. And then upon closer inspection, still have that white container there, the big one, have some new tires brought in on the right-hand side. And now a white box truck, in the front. And then I got a little bit of a opening there, showing ladders and racks inside the bay, and there was activity. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't do videos, but there was activity of hydraulic wrenches and things like that, taking nuts and bolts off. That's a close-up of it there, of that last photo, some of the items, and there's another fluid storage container barrel there, probably those are generally more for spent oil, the blue ones there. And this is an opposite view, just to get a better perspective, going down towards the entrance to the transfer station in Phoenix Auto. Get an idea of the amount of cars taking up the street there. To be honest, Phoenix Auto does a lot worse of taking up the street than they do, but Phoenix has permits, so. And this is, so what I wanted to show here, this is a Google imagery from 2020 showing the previous tenant in the building, which was Norwalk Glass and Mirror. And Norwalk Glass and Mirror did have an approval through us. They didn't go through the building department, but they did get a permit through us. So that was the previous legal tenant. These guys went in at some point after that image in 2020. And last, this is the Google screenshot of the map. You type in 17 Reynolds Street and that business pops up, New England Performance and Muscle, which is not Norwalk Glass and Mirror. So based on that, I did another inspection in June. So I really wanted to get during this time, we're having a hard time pinning down auto repairs. So I had to do my due diligence. I
Okay.
wanted to make sure to show that this was clearly an illegal auto repair. And this next set of inspections got it, I think. Okay. So again, they moved that white fluid container to the left, from the left side of the building to the right. This time the doors were wide open, so keep going there, yeah. Definitely activity on the inside, some more storage of fluids there by the dumpster. That dumpster probably shouldn't be there either, it's way too close to the street. Normally those,
Making a claim there.
not making a claim, that just shows that they're regular activity getting in. If the building was vacant, there wouldn't be a dumpster there. That's, yeah, there you go, there's a Jeep on a lift in there, for, man, why would it be on a lift, there was no auto repair there.
Yeah, it's
That's,
they got a big investment there.
I think so too, and there's another side there, you can kind of see the, underneath the mirror of the truck, there's you can see the bottom of the lift there inside, so. And this was actually from July of 2024, Google updated their imagery,
Oh, nice.
and that's about as clear as it gets, as far as I'm, so they've been working on a vehicle outside.
Yeah.
So, based on all that, I was like, okay, I got enough, I'm gonna send a, notice of violation. There it is, send that August 7th to, owner of record. And also copy the fire marshal, building department, as well for their bidding. And then. So there's a reason I skipped over something, I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. So having not heard anything from the property owner. Went back out in September. And did my inspection, a lot of the same wash, rinse and repeat, a lot of the same, activity. So based on that, I sent a citation to the owner of record. With Constable Bondi's, service. And the reason there's a little skip there. There was, and on I don't have it here on the presentation, there was a response from the property owner. Back in August. I filed the email whenever I have my subfolders. I filed it under 17 Elmwood, not 17 Reynolds.
Oh,
I put it in the wrong file, so I totally missed it. So the property owner came in on, yesterday, that was the 25th. Came in yesterday, Lisa. Okay, and we discussed at length what the issue is. The good news is, the only shred of good news, and she understands this, that because there was an automotive repair previously approved there by the zoning board of appeals, I have that here, given the amount of documentation I didn't put on the screen. But it was automotive repair, I believe, in 1982, a repairer's license was granted. So the zone today still allows for an automotive repair. So she would just have to get the required permits, or the tenant would have to get the proper permits. The only difference between then and now is this is a special permit use. So they would have to go to the zoning commission for a special permit application I gave her, Brian in our office, his contact information. There is a chance this may also be a coastal area management application. Cause they're pretty close to the harbor there. I'm not sure if they're within 1,000 feet or. So she has responded, she did respond back in August, it was my own error for, not seeing her initial email. I'm recommending, lack of better terms, a lengthy continuance, because definitely needs to get, a lot going for the application to the, commission, especially if it's in the coastal area management zone. The good news is this is not a flood zone, so that's a good thing. The other side of the street is. So I would offer that we have a continuance to our first 2025 here in January. By that time, they should have a application in and hopefully on an agenda.
January, what?
We don't have one, so
Guess we're gonna pick one.
we're gonna pick one. It'd be difficult for them to get a, full application in, 30, 45 days and approved.
January 15th.
Let's take January 15th. Let's make sure I don't have any, I have no license, why would I? Sure, January 15th works for me.
January 15th, 2025.
17th. And it will be easy for me to stay in contact with the owner. She works for the board of vet, so I'll be able to keep in contact pretty easily.
That's on my calendar.
Yeah.
Okay, January 15th. What else do I have to say? Need notice.
Just need notice it.
All right. So I'm not gonna remember this when we come back.
I'll make sure it'll be
Give a
rousing
presentation all
presentation. I'll make sure I'll have a rousing presentation for that. Thank you. And hopefully we can.
Oh, it's a lot faster than it looked, okay.
That's the old occupancy with no permits, copying the language to get it into the agenda is a long one.
It's no, 143 West, no,
One for,
other contractors, but
oh, yes. Is there anything left in that box there, Ian? Oh, there is, look at that, okay.
Walmart and.
Yeah. What's on off road there? That's the first one, I think. Yep. Thank you. If you want to stop it. Oh, do you want to put the box on? Thank you, Steve, appreciate it. Okay. There is another brand new one.
wow.
Well, this is the last page.
Well, everything had been cleaned off and nobody's in violation.
Nobody's a violation anymore? No.
Okay.
So this matter was forwarded to us by several agencies. First with the Conservation Department. They let me know on or about March 26th, 25th. That they received a complaint about contractor storage and disturbance near a wetland. So I'm like, okay, head out. And so I got to the property and sure enough, there was storage. equipment, they have a large pile of wood. This photo here, photo number 2, is taken from West Norwalk Road. The vehicles in front are 145 West Norwalk, 143 is in the back. So, that's a little bit of a close-up going down. You can see a dump truck, various, equipment.
Or they may say, you know, it's been a long time and we can't.
Yeah, you can see that there's a lot of equipment there. There's, you know,
To survey.
yep, and there you go. So if you don't mind, there is, thank you. So then on the 27th, a complaint came in through customer service, which they forwarded to Alexis, who's our chief environmental
Where's the
officer.
customer service?
And that is, whenever you see that there,
The API thing.
yeah, the API, yeah, that's customer service.
Who's that?
Our customer service, city halls. So somebody came to the front desk there, front of
Oh,
the building there and filed a complaint.
okay.
And wetlands, they do take anonymous complaints. So if they get one, they can easily forward it to me if they feel it's needed. And it was a complaint on 145 and 143. I guess they couldn't really tell exactly where the violation was taking place.
Okay,
Contractors, box trucks. Was that Ian, that first one? So we also received another one here apparently in February that somebody gave to Steve, I guess. I thought Steve would, go out there and take out the trucks for him. So you see, there's several complaints came into our office,
Yep.
regarding this.
okay.
So in addition to my inspections, Mary Beth went out, or our inspector, Mary Beth, went out for the conservation office and actually got some, pretty good pictures as well of the violation. These speak for themselves. They're big vehicles. There's a few pictures there. And there's a large pile of wood, and you see all the vegetation that was removed, in the front there. And that's what triggered the, wetland, and that's right in a wetland too, so that's what triggered their response. And that greenhouse in the last photo there is, that's the rear of 145.
Okay.
So the owner of record, actually lives at 145.
Okay,
So, they own both properties. And so there's a notice. And so our first attempt, did not. You don't get notifications from the USPS that often. And I got this when I looked up the tracking number. I got a big warning. Reminder to arrange redelivery of your item. Notice left, no authorized recipients available.
here,
Yeah.
oh,
So that led me to believe that my notice was just left somewhere to rot, so. Gosh, and so I was like, okay, in that case, I will send Constable Bondi out.
Yep.
Normally don't like doing that for notices, cause that's just, certified mail is $6, Constable Bondi 65. So
how's he doing?
he's doing okay, he wanted to keep busy,
Okay,
with his wife's passing there, so he encouraged us to give him work, which is good.
Mhm.
That's he's holding on from my conversations I've had with him. So again, because the postal service informing me that they didn't accomplish delivery, sent Constable Bondi out. And there's his notice, and that's just a copy of that. So then this was photo I took on May 9th.
right, so did he get
He did a boat service at,
Ryan site, but we know he's in Florida until next month. That was in April. Okay.
April, right?
Okay,
So having no response and wetlands, the wetlands agency did not have a response either.
right,
Went back out there and, saw still a ton of wood stacked out there. Now you are obviously allowed to stack wood to have, for heat and things like that, but that. I would make the claim that is above and beyond what
Now,
a
is
single
this
family
a-
house
is a
would
height
need.
restriction or something.
That would be a blight thing. It's actually not us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, actually the blight department has that.
okay.
But that's what these three photos are showing pretty much, are just the, pile of wood that's still there. And, Ian, if you go up to photo 2, just real quick. So you can see they're still using that path there for vehicles to come in and out, and then they're parked on the left-hand side. So it was still active, even though the trucks may not have been there at that moment, it was still active. And so this was also, Mary Beth again in our office, went out for a follow-up for the conservation office and got the wood chipper and separator there, along with a pickup truck. And this, I
This
went,
is the only time you've seen a pickup.
well, I will again.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying. so
up to
far-
that point, that's the first time I saw the,
Okay,
and that pickup truck, actually, if there was zero, nothing else,
right.
would be allowed, so that wouldn't be a problem. So these are my photos on, July 17th. And this is looking through, 145 towards 143.
Yeah,
You got trucks and equipment back there. Keep going there. You see there's that wood chipper again, in photo 2. Photo 3, through the trees are a little more in bloom here, I guess. Trailer, some equipment there. And pulling into the driveway, yeah, there's a ton of material and some light equipment for splitting wood. So this is just basically what it boils down to. This is an operation, I think it's a landscaper, but they also, I guess their primary function here is storing some small equipment and producing,
okay.
wood for distribution, yeah. So then finally, I'm like, okay, still haven't heard anything, might as well get these guys towards the hearing. So I went back finally on September 17th. Pickup truck is there.
That's the name, all 4 seasons.
Yep, all 4 seasons, that's what photo 2 shows on there.
I swear with that one with Giuliani.
Yeah, yep. I thought, well,
That's not,
that's not it, I don't think that's any connection, I don't think it's just a coincidence, but, I'll let the folks at home think,
Right.
so that's the rear of 145, again, that's not in question here, there may be some blight there, but that's not us and not in question. And the key thing for that last picture was again, they're still using it as.
right.
I mean, even though the activity may be reduced, they're still using that, so. Hold down, there we go, so send a citation.
Right.
And then, Constable Bondi. Now, the last item I have, which is an email. First, I sent to the owner, which I got from the inland wetlands office. Apparently, they did eventually contact them. It was the owner and her daughter. So I decided to piggyback that and send a courtesy email myself
Okay,
with today's hearing and all that. The last, so
give me
the,
1 sec.
sure, yeah, go ahead. Scroll down the. There we go.
You seem scared on me. Okay, go ahead. This other definitely will be at the
Wow.
hearing. I
Yeah.
don't see it here.
Neither do I, because she came in on, I wanna say it was on Monday, I believe, or, yeah, Monday. Um. Again, it's not here in the presentation on the screen. I have a note for, the hearing officer here because I was not able to add it. The property owner Carmen did come in. And she stated that the truck storage has ceased, the equipment storage has ceased. And I would agree with that. I've not seen large equipment for, several weeks. They are still using that area, for a couple of pickup trucks. And I said, well, you can only have one. And you have to restore that area to landscaping. So. I talked this over with again, our conservation officer, Alexis, and they are gonna be bringing the property owner to their commission for a violation for wetlands disturbance, and then also for, to, remediate, I mean, to put the required landscaping back. So I am gonna make, my life maybe a little bit easier in that I would want to monitor this in-house to make sure that there's only one pickup truck there. And then if, the conservation office is gonna take care of the enforcement of restoring the landscaping,
Okay,
they do have, a lot more vigorous teeth than we do
mhm,
to do that. And that would accomplish our means as well, getting the landscaping back. So I would, even though we're full here, I would like to go to November, just so I can go back out a few times and make sure everything is in compliance, again, with the exception of the, landscaping, but then wetlands should be able to take care of that.
okay, violation found. Mr. Hayducky will monitor. Let's just see. Here, no fine at this time. It's time. Continued. Once again, I'm not writing enough that I'll remember what we're talking about. So we're continuing this to,
We'll do November 13th, but if there is no fine attached to this and they remain in compliance, they may not come back.
oh, okay.
If
well,
they're, yeah, this would be a good way to kind of hold them some responsibility there, but again, wetlands are,
Yeah,
they got their teeth in, I don't think so.
okay. Need notice. All set here.
Very good.
Okay.
I think we just had a spell here where folks, they get the notice, but they're not really taking it all that seriously. Then they get the citation and all of a sudden, hey, now I care.
150 of
Now I
that.
care, exactly.
That's, there's people at 30,000.
No, that's, yeah, 30, yeah. Okay, who's next?
I got one Fulmer Lane, matter continued
Let's do that one.
last one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll hold on to this for 1 second.
Sure.
All right.
You want to find in contingent in anticipation, you're finding ahead of today?
No, just that would, saying that if we continue it to this date, this is what the fine would be, or could be.
I understand, but you're saying to me, I mean, it seems to me all I can find is up to today.
That's all you can assess a fine,
Okay, oh, a contingent fine, oh.
right? Just mentioning that
All right, go ahead.
at that time. So,
Got you.
reason we have a nice little snippet here at the beginning, this actually was here in front of us prior. But there was a small issue with the decision form.
Screwed it up.
Well, a little blank.
I didn't sign my name.
Hmm.
Well, don't you look at this?
I did,
You didn't
and
say
I
it.
sent an email to you that you needed to sign it.
Oh, I thought I signed something. I thought that was about a fine and I
That was,
signed that.
that was for the,
Oh, so this
the
is another
assessment,
email.
yeah.
I thought I just,
That, no worries. no
I
worries.
screwed up.
No worries, so
Oh.
here's the language on the last time we were here, I didn't put it up there because I didn't want anybody to see it left the line blank there, I don't want the public to see that.
Yeah,
Trying to,
emails are so,
oh, they're so informal, I know.
no, text, phone call.
I'm of that
I gotta tell you,
generation, I'm of that generation.
so far behind on emails.
I-
I did see this, but I said, oh, I already signed, I was thinking it was the other one. All right, so what am I doing now? Just
Well-
repeating this whole thing?
Well, maybe, but we do have some development, so it may, basically, the good thing is about, by not signing that,
Yeah,
you can change your mind, alter your opinion, you
okay,
can see what we think. So the reason I have the lower numbers on there is just simply because that wasn't signed, so that I'm basically putting it on as if today was their first
oh,
go around.
I got it.
But you have seen this before and we can't hide the fact that you haven't seen it before.
Oh, no,
So that's why they got a little bit of a break here, but there's still, I would still contest, there's still issues, so that's why we're here.
okay, so we'll head-
So this was back in August. Now, even though that was not signed, I still sent the property owner a friendly email. Stating that you were granted and that they were granted an extension to the 18th. And I outlined in great detail what needs to be done.
okay,
So there was no question as to what had to be.
okay, that's fair, okay.
And then the second page of that email, this was the owner's email to me and to you technically, before the last hearing. And he was making contentions that basically everything that was done there was of personal use, and I didn't buy that.
Okay,
So got some photos here from, this is from September.
here's the photo he sent.
He didn't, the photo, that was in the last presentation that we had.
Okay,
So this here is, actually, if you want to, just real quick so we can show the hearing officer here, where this is, Google Maps, real quick.
Save annoying.
You gotta double click in this, there you go, that is. Google Maps right there.
I don't have your knowledge of Norwalk yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
nobody
scroll it.
does.
There we go. So. This is a corner lot on Meadowbrook and Fulmar.
Right,
And the property kind of to the southeast where there's wooded area, that's actually state land for the Merritt.
okay,
I don't think the state has used that in decades,
right,
but it is verifiably, so as the one claim he made in his email, that portion to the southeast is state property, that is correct.
okay,
So now back to the presentation, please, thank you. So the first picture there, that is, he's claiming the entrance to the state property. Now, it could very well be,
uh-huh,
but my contention is he is using that and quote unquote improving that for his landscaping business to the left, which you can see there is a container, shipping container.
right,
Kind of odd to have a shipping container that far back from the house, but yet near this access. I would fetch a bet as well that the state doesn't know that he's using. it. And that's a close-up of so if you go, Ian, just go back up real quick.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side there, that red, that is a piece of equipment of some sort,
oh, okay,
and it's not the state's. That is,
Right.
and a close-up, I tried to get a close-up in picture two of it. But you can kind of see that's the back end of it there, so. So picture three, this is looking from that access way towards the house, that's facing Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
And you see he's got trailer, trucks and material there. Picture four, that's what it looks like through a camera after a few drinks, but next one cleared it up a little bit. This was, so this is on Meadowbrook. Where, actually, if you go back to the Google Maps. Oh, yeah. Real quick, he dropped a little guy in front. Up there. And, yeah. Yeah, man. So that photo five,
We're done.
yeah, you're good, yeah, we're done, man, yeah, there we go, stop, so. Photo five, see that little dirt area on the on the left-hand side, sorry, right over here?
Yeah.
Go back to the picture. No, not that one, there we go. That is the dirt area in that picture, put up a fence. To try and obscure what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
So based on that. I felt there was still no compliance. So I sent a notice for today's hearings.
Right.
Try and get him here.
Good.
And Constable Bondi's service. So once Constable Bondi made a service, I got a email
Right.
again. Owners on a cruise. Join the high seas.
Well, yeah, they have their priorities.
I guess so. So, and then that was actually, that first email is from the son of the owner.
Right.
Scroll down. That is from another son of his, junior, not senior. Again, explaining, so these guys are speaking for the father
I
here.
understand.
So I wrote back, when you're done there.
Yeah.
So. The only reason I am okay with the at least an extension, because I gotta get a hold of these guys and they don't even know what to do yet, because they keep avoiding me. Now. That's why I'm okay with a quote unquote extension,
Okay.
but. Want to make perfectly clear. That if we don't have progress by the next hearing. That's why the first notation on there of the $7,500
Okay.
possibility. I want that to be in their face, to say if we don't do anything, nothing's done, no progress. That's the bare minimum you're gonna be facing.
I understand. Why are you afraid they're gonna not do anything?
Well, I mean, I don't have, again, not in the presentation, but I will present as, shall we say, at least, I guess we could say it's a mitigating factor. This violation has been around since 2009 from my predecessor Vlad, 2009 and 2013. Why Mr. Mariano did not take further action? Good question, lost the history. He's working elsewhere. So the way I see this has been going on to some degree for going on over 15 years now.
Is that an open file?
Yes, these are all open. These are all open, nothing is. I mean, I won't present anything because they're not under my,
No, I'm
Purview
just
now,
trying to
but-
figure. That's been, so what happened? When's the last time we heard it?
when the
This the
initial,
first time I'm hearing it?
no, this is the second, the previous hearing, we forgot
Oh.
to sign off on that
Oh,
one.
okay.
First, that was the first time you're hearing
Okay.
there. The neighbors are a little fed up, understandably
Well,
so.
15 years, that's
It's
nothing.
that's all, yeah.
Yeah, kids will grow up in Hawaii.
And then they
Okay,
take it
so we're
over,
finding a violation.
yes.
Let's start there. Violation found. Now, let me read what I said last, there's 3 violations found. I'm gonna write 3 violations found, okay. I'm gonna do, okay, so we found the 3, I'll just enumerate them. 1. Well, you've got them on your list, I don't need to do that. Got the 3
Yeah,
violations.
look on the next page, everything. They're just on that, they're on that phone, yeah, right there, it's right there.
We have 3 violations found. Okay, I'm still gonna say no fine at this time. Nevertheless. Contingent. Oh, how much would it be today?
Well, if we count that previous one there, which I think we still have the right to do, a decision was made. And it was upheld. At that time, it just didn't have a signature on it.
I understand, but I'm just saying from,
So it would be, if you don't mind pulling up time and date there, I have it saved on my,
if we use the whole
On the
money up
right-hand
now,
side.
we've got.
right hand side, right side. Nope, keep on the little 2 arrows there. Down to calculators, down, 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 up, up, right there. And date, yep, and so it would be, what's the date on the front page? That would be July 22nd. To today.
Included today.
And then it would be 150 times 67.
67.
So the max to today would be $10,050 if we were to impose that.
Okay, and now, we're gonna continue this how long?
I wanted it back immediately, so I guess we kind of just filled up November here. I don't think we can go any farther.
That'll be how much?
Then add another, I have it on the front page of the presentation here. That would add another 12,000. If we went to the next hearing,
The 12, I could find 12,000, I gotta put a contingent fine here.
you're very safe of doing 10 to 12,000.
Yeah, but I don't wanna have nothing left to,
Or you can have, like, 7,500 was my initial one. So that leaves a little meat on the bone.
yeah, but I can't do another 7,500. I do 5,000.
5,000.
And then do 10 next time.
Right, then when we need, and then if we find the need to assess, we assess it and we
Right,
start over.
contingent fine, $5,000 is levied. Pending progress. Say hearing officer satisfaction.
That's good, yes, there we go.
Officers satisfaction. Okay. It's in you too.
We do have a choice, I mean, we could do the 13th of November, but we could also do December as well, December 11th we have.
Yeah, let's.
I don't wanna kick it to
We'll do
January.
December, it gives us another $5,000. And it gives us
That's-
some relief on the 13th.
That is very true, because I gotta still add new ones on the 13th too.
Continue to December 11th,
Yeah.
2024, need notice. Let me make sure I've got December 11th in my calendar.
We only have one item on there now, so.
It's gonna be in my December 11th. Yes, in my calendar, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Wait a second, I'll sign it.
That's good, yeah, let's make sure of that, I'll double check there.
I think it's by sticking it on the last page, because you filled it up with this garbage.
But again, I was lucky I was able to get that box back.
This is today's one.
I'll take that, put it in here. Thank you.
Guess you could shred this, but.
Just being an extra envelope for me. Well, we're moving along and we're not blazing the path here, but
16
16 Sycamore. Ah, I was hoping you'd get to that one.
Got some money.
Hopefully.
I got like half the city for my presentation. You got no one.
Huh?
I get half the city for my presentations and you got no one.
And then if I was bored, me at the point.
I assume, I don't know why for sure these streets are named for trees, but I know why in Philadelphia they were.
Over.
People couldn't read street signs, but they knew every tree.
I don't know.
She said, I'm on Pine Street.
Pine tree.
Today you would say, but where's the street sign? I
Well, where's the
don't know
tree
what
sign?
a fuck
Tree
he
sign.
says.
Or down in Philadelphia these days, where's the tree?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's, where that all comes from.
All right, I see, learn something new every day.
Okay, let's see what I'm up to, 16 Sycamore.
Have a,
Last time, violation continues, no change. $45,000. Wow. Okay, I'm ready to hear what you got to say.
so yeah, little summary up there. So there has been no movement and no contact on this. Since I don't remember. It's been, the owner was regularly coming in 6 to 8 months ago, regularly.
This is Beacon Burrows.
Yeah, Beckham.
So he knows all about it.
Absolutely, he does. And if he would ever make that claim otherwise, I would be more than happy to, under oath, in front of a judge, say that's not the truth. If he says he didn't know it.
Okay,
So just for a matter of housekeeping, last time we were here was June 26th, 2024. At that time, how did that get upside? Jesus Louise. All right.
We fixed it. That's it.
Well, I did this presentation like a week ago, so it was basically continued to the September 18th hearing, $45,000 fine unless there was substantial progress in correcting the violations. There are 2 violations here, just so you're aware. One is, there's an illegal third unit. I inherited that one from my predecessor, Vlad. He did pull permits and the basement I confirmed last year is gutted. So there's no occupancy down there. It's probably just being used for storage at this point, hopefully. The second violation is, even though we're all fans of parking in the front setback, this is a greatly egregious violation of parking in the front setback. So even by my standards, I wouldn't like it. So I initially sent a notice for the 18th.
show it to me or you just?
Oh, we will. It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. It's like Jaws. We'll reveal towards the end.
I'll let you do it your way.
So. Yeah, it was, we sent an initial notice for the 18th, but then after I sent that notice, we postponed it. So I had to retract that and send a new one via Constable Bondi for today on the 26th. So Peter dropped off on the 21st. And so, just as a quick review, this is a Google Street View from July of 2024. So you can see the violation there. That is the world's largest curb cut. And to quote Lean Rochford, a sea of asphalt. So I went by on the 17th. Still a sea of asphalt and property line to property line parking. Even, like I said, I'll even say that's egregious. That's gotta be fixed. But then no efforts. I said he came in, the last time I saw him, he came in with his contractor that was helping him finish the downstairs, to fix the downstairs. Had a good solid half-hour conversation about everything that needed to be done. That was on my memory, I wanna say that was at best back in March, at best. Wow. It may have been farther back, I'm giving him a little benefit of the doubt. So, I said we said a contingent fine back in June for progress of 45,000, and you know me, I'm not huge on it, but I say either I would like to see a nice even 50,000. But at bare minimum, I think we should hit him with the 45,000.
I concur.
You can just make the fine.
Yeah, make it assessed, and I'll have to start again, but that's fine. I'll be more than happy to take the extra work on that.
Okay, so
The maximum fine that could be levied is $72,000.
yeah. I told them contingent fine of 45.
That's fine. That's really fine.
Yeah, That's all I'm comfortable doing.
Well, it takes Alice, that would be the third largest fine we ever issued.
Yeah, I wanna set a record.
Nah,
Well, we could wait and make it.
let's, third place is still bronze medal. That means still you're third best in the world,
All
so.
right, violations continue.
Brendan MLK is gonna.
Oh, he's going to, yeah, he's gonna set the record.
Oh,
So,
good.
he's not now, but he will.
Violations continue. Contingent fine of $45,000 is now assessed. Continued to,
You know what? We'll put it to December, why not?
yeah.
I mean, I got some, well, no, it's not continued, it is now removed from the process. Because I have
It's
to,
assessed, so now what should I say?
well, I think the official thing here would be to say remove from hearing process. Cause I have to send a new citation,
Contingent fine of 45,000.
now assessed
Assessed and removed from,
process.
and removed from process.
And then, spoiler alert, I'll send the citation, so that's back in December.
Okay, continue to,
No, continue,
not, oh,
no, continue, nope.
okay.
Basically, once the, what,
Oh, it's
I-
removed
I've
from the
been-
okay, you got it.
yeah, from a
I
map.
understand now.
Yeah, it's just, once it's assessed, we're
So I'm done with that
temporarily
case.
done.
I'm
Done with that
with the
case, we're not, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I completed something. When nothing got done though. All right,
So, we'll get that binder back then.
Sycamore,
What we have left?
2 Truman Court and 333 Strawberry Hill. 2 Truman.
2 trillion, okay. All right, let's get 2 trillion here.
What's the number of this?
Yeah, another one, I've got a little quick one. I tried to get some quick ones here for you, because it was just,
Oh, okay. So this is my first time, no,
a second now.
hold on, wow. Serving mercy on a cure, okay.
So, yeah, we can scroll down there. So last time we were here is July 2024, 24th, 2024. The owner was here. And, we found the violation. Basically, this was for, hey, do you mind using Google Maps again? Yeah. 2 Truman. Yeah, yeah. there you
Thanks
go.
all, motion sickness.
Oh, by the way, there you go. So here's the thing, in 2015, or just, well, recently, those garage doors, they're garages.
Uh-huh.
Now, and I'll present to the hearing officer previous documentation that was in the previous presentation from back in July. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. The garage doors, while they remain,
Mhm.
the problem is now behind said doors. Finished living space,
Ah.
and you can see the garage, well, Zillow is great, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
And they made no bones about it, there's the floor plan. And you can see the garage doors are still there, so the story on this goes is the previous owner did this. But kept the garage doors up to hide it from the city.
Sure.
And the owner passed, and I have the documentation here. Attorney Mintz, did that one for us. Showing the transfer to the current owner. And, well, somebody filed a complaint when they saw the new owner. I'll leave it at that. Basically, the neighbors were all friendly and all that, and kind of knew what was there. And now that there's a new owner, it's reported.
They didn't like that owner.
Yeah. That's what I gathered.
I invite my neighbors to my party.
Mhm. So, that's why we're here. So that is the issue, is that the garages were converted, with no permits.
Yep.
And so let's get this back in order real quick. And it cannot be a three-family, I was presented from the last hearing as well. It's in a two-family zone, and the original field card for the property shows two-family.
So who's the owner? Barclays Development?
Barclays Development LLC, the gentleman's name, and he's gonna kill me for this, Min Yang Zhu. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Close enough.
Well, that's not bad, it's worse than me.
Okay.
If I pronounce it wrong, I do apologize.
Is he living there?
He is not,
Is he,
he lives in Stanford.
did he get notice?
Yes, so today's hearing, yes. Well, this was dropped off at the owner of record.
Oh, that's, okay.
Stanford address.
We'll call that notice, okay.
And so we dropped off, so the last time we were here, we didn't really know how to go about solving the problem because there was no survey that was ever done on the property, ever. So the current owner took it upon himself, and I have a copy for the hearing officer. Actually, I think I gave you the marked up one, to be honest with you. Yeah, there we go. I gave you the marked up one. So for those at home, everybody's gonna get a quick lesson in zoning here. So basically the thing is you can have a converted garage, but you have to supplement that parking. And under our current regulations, the only way you could supplement parking in this situation, because the property is only 50-ish feet wide, is you have to put it to the rear. So if you're looking at the
I didn't
property.
get to it.
Yeah, oh no, from the front, there is no other way to go, you would have to go, there we go. So you would have to go around the sides.
Okay,
He can't do it on the left-hand side of the property,
no,
it's just too narrow. Now, the other side has the room, but there's two things that are, that may be a slight impediment to, what he needs to do. Two AC units that are there, so we'd have to take those out and reconfigure the HVAC. And even if you wanted to do that, he would have to regrade pretty much from the stairs there at the front of the driveway. Regrade that, level it out a little bit to get to the back. That is a lot of work.
sure.
Oh, here, hey, you want to get the, Google Maps thing up, please? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so he would have to do regrading to kind of get that to work. That's his fence, and usually he'd take it down, obviously, to get the space. But that's a lot of work. That's a lot of regrading. And again, he simply doesn't have it on the left-hand side.
So he would have, does he have people living there?
He has people living in each unit. The good news is, if there's any good news here, is that the space in the garages are not separate apartments.
Okay.
So they're just actually extra rooms and living space for the two side by sides. So is it a life and death thing? Not necessarily,
Okay,
but the problem is now, in theory, those were supposed to be garages. each unit has anywhere between 2 and 3 cars. So now you're pushing a car out onto the street. Truman Court's not that big of a street.
Well, that's been,
Because at least if there was the true garage there, you get 3 cars on the property, on each unit. Where now you get 2 at best.
well, that's not his fault.
Well, it wasn't his fault, but he inherited the problem.
No, it's not his fault that he'd have to put 2 cars on the street because you won't let him park in his driveway.
That's very fair. Well, if you have, well, look, now the new regulations, if you have a garage,
Yeah,
you're allowed to park in your driveway.
okay.
That old Aleenism is gone.
Okay, so you could make that,
A garage,
they can make on one side a garage.
and you can try and get around the other side.
All right, so there's some possible solutions to look
It
at.
is honestly, he's.
Or he could just park in the street.
Well, but the thing is, we can't count that towards the parking. You can use your driveway for supplemental parking. But you need,
If he
if,
doesn't take. Make a garage,
his part, required parking is now within the front setback.
and he's required, he has to have parking,
Oh, yeah, it needs to have 2 parking spaces,
okay,
and he only needs 2. This is a 2-family house,
they're in the front setback.
right?
So
When
he's gotta
this,
pull 2 cars somewhere.
right, he only has to put 2, he's lucky, because when this house was built, the requirement per unit was 1 and 1. So he gets to keep that. But so he doesn't need to supply 4.
This is just so I understand, but
Yeah.
we can't solve it, you gotta meet with them and work with them.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna, yes, we do have to, I'm gonna guide him, I hate to say it this way, I'm gonna guide him to revert it back to
Well.
garage, because I don't think he realizes the undertaking.
Well,
that's
he
gonna
may
cost.
be willing to do it, as long as he gets to understand his options.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this one, I'm okay with maybe,
Was this new in front of me, or?
it's the second time.
What did I do the first time?
Yeah, it's like good, but here, I'll fold this up. First time was.
Violation
months ago?
found, no fine, continued to September hearing, survey underway to see how to cure, okay, all right.
So he did get the survey.
Okay. Violation continues. Survey needs time to consider options. Options. No fine at this time. Let's see what happens. I'll give you one more shot.
Yeah, see if we can come to some sort of solution here.
I'm continuing this till.
No, I wouldn't.
Please.
We'll do, I'll put it this way, if we go to the 25th of January, I think we should just make sure that we are understood, he has to have at least a plan of action.
Without the 15th of January.
15th of January, my fault, yeah, 15th, sorry. Anybody, I think we should stress that there must be a plan of action to remedy. Maybe not necessarily have a permit or something like that, but at least say, hey, this is what we're doing.
Well, how much could I find right now?
Right now would be, I think, it's on the
Excuse me.
front page,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
I got rid of that, so.
Do I have it here? Oh, I have it right here. I don't have it. Cause I figured it, well, easy, we can do it. July 22nd would be on the calculator.
Yeah, so July 22nd.
Oh, same thing, look at that, that was coincidental.
Yeah, so
It'd be
67.
67 times 150. 10,000.
yeah,
Okay. So let's put a contingent fine. Contingent fine. Oh,
he's working with us, so.
there's plenty of room.
Hey, just say 10,000, that's the way
You keep not leaving me room to double it.
no, that's as of today.
Okay,
So if we go to January, you can easily double that,
okay.
cause each month is 5,000, so you can easily do that. I think the ten number might get his number, might get his,
10,000 for, we're just gonna say substantial progress.
I mean, we can do it right now. Check, what's January 25th come out to?
Fifteen.
15th. Oh, 15, 20, 25. So 178.
Did you find of $10,000 for substantial progress by next hearing?
Yes,
So you could double it easily.
Okay.
oh, triple.
Okay,
Working.
continue to
January 15th.
2025, read notice, okay. Hope you can read some of this.
I got it, don't worry.
Everyone who worked for me for 18 years could read my writing. She died, never can read my writing.
I still read it, I got you, I can read that, I have never had trouble reading your writing.
Can't be what's in mine.
Well, because you knew what I was saying. She didn't, she just got my, here, type this up, what?
Well, I mean, that is fair, but also, I didn't go to private school or Catholic school, so nobody cracked my knuckles, I was public school trained, so. Nobody cared about my pen,
Oh, good, 333 Strawberry Hill.
and that would be the last, can I have that envelope, please?
That stage, it came up with this great new invention. Oh. Typewriter.
Oh, it's impressive, yeah.
That works.
Along those lines, the funny thing, I wish I can go back in time now and kind of shove it in the face of my teachers. The line saying, oh, you'll never have a calculator in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a cartoon or something, just showing everything you, in this picture is in your pocket.
Yes.
Calculator,
You got a
calendar,
video camera, you got a phone, you
Mhm.
got a stopwatch.
Everything.
You got everything.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's a,
the magic
We were
rectangle.
going to the open
yeah.
and my tickets are in.
Oh, yeah.
No
Driver
paper
drops me off, but I plug the phone into charge and he takes off with my phone.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
Oh, no.
his phone number's in my phone.
So you can't even call him
Okay,
back.
My son is with me, but he doesn't have his phone.
Mhm.
Oh,
Fortunately, I said, I gotta call Kathleen, she thinks of everything. And when I pulled out the thing that she gave me, she didn't put his phone number.
oh, nice. Look at that.
So he was already over the bridge, but he came
No,
back.
that's
That's
nice,
good.
that's good, that's good, that's good.
I mean, the whole,
No lights in these things, exactly.
yeah,
I turn these off sometimes on purpose, and I'm like, why did I do that?
yeah,
Oh, the Tappan Zee Bridge goes in Queens, he was, wow. Yeah, he turned around, good for him.
no, not the Tappan Zee, the Whitestone.
Whitestone, right, yeah.
Okay, with 333 Strawberry.
This one I was able to get a memo on.
It's like the last page.
It is
I
last.
think I felt the,
Oh,
that's one of the ones that didn't.
that's pretty good.
The one that didn't have a memo.
Oh, no, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I made these before, I mean.
Yeah, right, before we knew.
Yeah, that's right, so,
Oh, I see the bottom here.
yeah,
Am I even, just give me this.
okay, fair enough, I like that, let's,
I'll scroll for those at home.
yeah, just to get the record in there, that's fine. Not that anybody would care, but you never know.
Just for my, what did I say last time? So.
Last time I
I
got it,
already got it in here.
there you go, see?
Violation found, no fines this time, continue to, so, okay. Now I have to. Well, what are you doing here? This is,
He improved that property pretty good, I don't know why neighbors are so upset at him.
why is this?
Hmm?
Why is this all in this one? This is from last time.
Well, here's what happened,
Yes.
hand wrote it because you were upset with the format of the
Oh.
decision form.
Okay,
So I went ahead and
okay.
typed it in
I
there.
really gotta use the bathroom. Right back.
And
But
then,
now what do I do here?
well, that's the old one.
It's the one I just pulled out of the,
No, it's always the last one here. There we go.
I just pulled it out of there. So I'm saying, how did that?
Cause we're closing it out. You don't need that one.
Oh, thank you.
All you have to do on this one, We just put 0, 0, 0.
0, 0,
And
0,
sign it.
and sign it, and
Good
done.
to go. There is a method to match magnets here, I think.
Okay, I just don't want you to,
Nope, you're fine. No, you're fine.
for sure, all leave this job.
No, you're worth every penny. All right, so seeing as that was it. Our next set of
Wow,
hearings.
we did all that in 2 hours.
Look at that. That's fair.
Actually, an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow, we are good.
Well, getting better, that's for sure. Our next set of hearings, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be Ian's hearings on October 25th, I think. I'm not gonna be here, so that's here nor there. October 23rd, and then next time we are back, it is November 13th. Have a good evening, everybody.